Hello friends and enemies, welcome to Happy For Now. It's me, Isabel, here with a fun video. I thought this would be hilarious, which is me talking about the books that I keep getting served on TikTok. If you're on TikTok at all, or any bookish space, you will see the same book over and over. Like, I could do this again for Instagram and anywhere else. I love to go look at stuff, so I'm doing TikTok this time. If you guys like this, I can do another round. That's a mix of socials, whatever. But if you get on bookish spaces, you'll notice that you get served by the algorithm the exact same things repeatedly. And I am currently in hell because there's a couple books I keep getting served that I'm like, I don't really think I would like these. But I might have to read them because they will not leave me alone. And like have been haunting me, as I called it to my friends the other day. I said I've been haunted by these books, y'all. Haunted. Literally being haunted by them. And that is just this wonderful selection of books I picked out for you. I basically took the last 5 or 6 that I've gotten on my TikTok feed a few times and decided to share them with you this way. So this is going to be silly. So my plan is I'm going to tell you what I think this book is about. And then I'm going to go read the actual description of the book and I will let you know what it's actually about. So first up is a duo from this author. I've gotten 2 books shoved in my face by this author so many times. Well, not just this author, but like, it's not just their account, but, and it's like the same. I have suspicions on what's going on here, but either way, the same author has 2 books that are in my face nonstop right now. One of which I have 0 interest in, and I don't know why it won't go away. So this one is My Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. This is what I've gathered from the TikToks I've gotten. He's a gynecologist and they're enemies, and she has to go to her first gyno appointment and he's her gynecologist. That's what I've gathered. And then like they talk about her virginity at her appointment and how she wants to lose it. And I was like, this is weird and I am deeply uncomfortable. I do not like the environment we have created in the room right now with this book. Not here for it. So I have no idea what this book is actually about, is the good news. And I guess he calls her Venom as a nickname is my guess. Or it's just called Darling Venom. But yeah, it's Enemies to Lovers. It's 712 pages, so I don't think I will be reading it. Okay, so I'm going to read you the summary because this does not match anything I know about this book. I wasn't supposed to be, content warning for suicide also, / suicidal ideation. I wasn't supposed to be on that roof on Valentine's Day. Neither was Keelan Marchetti, the school's designated freak. We met on the verge of ending our lives. Somehow, the tattered strings of our tragedies tangled and tightened into an unlikely bond. We decided not to take the plunge and agreed to check on each other every Valentine's Day until school ended. Same time, one roof. 2 restless souls. We kept our promise for 3 years. On the 4th, Kellen made a decision and I was left to deal with the consequences. Just when I thought our story ended, another one began. They say all love stories look the same and taste different. What? Mine was venomous, disgraceful, and written in scarlet scars. My name is Charlotte Richards, but you can call me Venom. Reviews say grab tissues. So, yeah, I don't know why I keep getting TikToks of this one. Other people's reviews say emotional damage. Emotional damage, okay. And then I guess we have that time period, then we have a time jump for 4 years later, in which I guess she meets somebody. Listen, this book will not leave me alone is all I have to say. And every clip I get of it, I get more and more confused. But yeah, like he's a doctor or it's some capacity, but I can't find like proof of that in the review. So I don't understand. Apparently a lot of the book has to do with grief and guilt. So that's interesting. I don't mind books that deal with grief or guilt stuff that much, but like 700 pages? Y'all tell me in the comments what this book is about, because I truly cannot escape it. I'm not joking. I will open up TikTok tonight and I will get another TikTok about this book. It will not leave me alone. Oh, it's his brother. I'm sorry. So yeah, she ends up dating his brother. Okay. Interesting. That 4 year. Okay. That makes sense that he could be a doctor then. All right. The next one by Parker S. Huntington that I cannot escape, which is really annoying because this one does sound up my alley, but it's co-written by an author I don't generally enjoy and is like a known bully in the romance space. And that is My Dark Romeo. Also, there's like a beautiful special edition of it. This one is one that like, again, I feel like is right up my alley to an extent. But I have to find, I will put a screenshot of it here. I keep getting TikToks about how she shits in his lap. I don't know if that's a typo. And the snippet they show does not say that's what's happening, but she does sit in his lap and like get him horny. I know this is mafia. She ends up like basically forced married, like arranged marriage to a rival. They go on their honeymoon in Paris and he's asleep and she takes his card and just like goes and buys all this stuff. So I love that. I love a shopping spree. But yeah, she sits on his lap and like gets him hard in front of his friends on a plane or at a party. I'm not sure. I keep getting the same snippet. It is driving me up a wall. And then I'll get the snippet about like the honeymoon and I'm like, what is going on? But yeah, it's mafia, touch her and you die vibes apparently. This one definitely feels, again, more up my alley. If it weren't for LJ shit, I may try it just for the hell of it, for shits and giggles. I swear to God, y'all, if she takes a shit on him, I am out. Like, that will be the vlog of vlogs. It's just gonna be me screaming. Not a fan, not my thing. That's your thing, that's fine. I'm not judging you. I just don't expect it in my romances, you know? Let's go look at the summary of this book, actually. Another enemies to lovers, of course. Oh, this one's not as long as I thought it was. Okay, so this one's only 368 pages. So that feels like reasonable, but we do get a book too. My fairy tale turned into a cautionary one, inked in tar and sealed in tears. Marriage of inconvenience. Between a tarnished Romeo and a reluctant Juliet. This is also supposed to have, I think, Beauty and the Beast vibes. Is it Beauty and the Beast? It was some other fairy tale besides Romeo and Juliet, but whatever. I think she builds him a... Oh, it is, because he builds her a library and, like, gets her books, which is part of also why I kind of want to try it. Okay, so it's all supposed to be a harmless kiss at a lavish debutante's ball, a clandestine moment with a handsome stranger. But unlike his namesake, my Romeo isn't driven by love, he's fueled by revenge. To him, I'm a chess piece leverage, his rival's betrothed. Okay, yeah, I was right. I was like, it's some sort of rivalry. To me, he is a man deserving of poison, a dark prince I refuse to marry. He thinks I'll accept my fate, and in this story, Juliet doesn't die, but Romeo, he perishes. I just like this one. This one sounds interesting. Here's a special edition cover, which I think is actually like kind of pretty, and I kind of dig it. But again, usually not a big fan of LJ Shin. How much part does she really have in this? I don't know. Just not my jam. But I cannot, like, every time I'm on TikTok, I get at least one video about this book, and I'm like, I swear to God, do I have to read it to make you leave me alone? Because I'm so tired of seeing this book. An interesting one, to say the least. I'm curious to see what it ends up being. All right, next we have a cuter one that actually May sent me this, and then I stopped, like, would not stop getting TikToks from the author and people who have read it. This is called Morbidly Yours. I know for a fact this is a funeral director and a girl. I think it's Fade to Black or like slightly opened door at most. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be kind of a rom-com. I do like the cover, but that's about all I know about it. Like, I've gotten like a rogue TikTok about it recently, but for a while after May sent it to me, I kept getting TikToks about it. Let's check the description. It is 330 pages, so not terrible. This is about Callum Flannelly, who would rather dive into an open grave than take a stranger to dinner and a movie. But he can only inherit the family undertaking business and carry on their legacy under one condition. He has to marry before his 35th birthday. So it's out of the mortuary and into the dating scene. Okay, you know what? I like that setup already. I think that's a fun one. Lark Thompson would rather get crushed by a falling anvil than live next to a funeral home during her stay in Galway, Ireland. The vivacious American cartoon creator and animator came here to embrace life, not be reminded of losing her husband. Ooh, we have a widower? I do like a widower. When Lark learns of Callum's dilemma and aversion to marrying out of necessity rather than love, she agrees to help the introverted mortician. Although sworn off love herself, she is optimistic that Callum can find the one and secure his inheritance. But as the dating project progresses and their friendship grows, so does mutual attraction. The more time she spends with serious, sarcastic Callum, the more she dreads finding him a match, and the more disastrous dates he endures, the more trepidation he feels for Lark's imminent return to the States. If they think it's possible to ignore their connection, they're dead wrong. Okay, you know, this sounds really cute. It is in the top... It's 104 in romantic comedy. That's surprising. This looks really cute. And I do think I would enjoy it. This is one that I think I might check out sooner than later, honestly. If anybody's read it, let me know. But I love the title and I love the cover a lot. Like, I think it's a really fun cover. So I would be curious to see what else she writes and if I like it. All right, next is something that is not out yet, and that is The Assistant to the Villain. I cannot remember the author's name. Here's all I know. I used to get her skits a lot, where she was like playing the assistant to the villain and being like fun and annoying-ish. She's kind of like the sunshine to the grumpy villain. And she got a book deal with Red Tower Books, and I'm really, really excited for this one because the skits are really funny, and this book setup, honestly, to me, sounds like an absolute blast. It is out later this month though, so like I do plan to try and get it from my library at the very least. So it's The Office meets the TikTok series she did is the write-up for it, and then it's Assistant Wanted. Notorious high-ranking villain seeks loyal, level-headed assistant for unspecified office duties, supporting staff for random mayhem, terror, and other dark things in general. Discretion is a must. Excellent benefits. So this follows Evie Sage, whose employment status is terrible, and she needs to support her family. So a mishap with Rendon's most infamous villain results in a job offer. Naturally, she says yes. No job's perfect, of course, but even less so when you develop a teeny crush on your terrifying, temperamental, and undeniably hot boss. Don't find evil so attractive, Evie. But just when she's getting used to severed heads suspended from the ceiling and the odd squish of an errant eyeball beneath her heel, Evie suspects this dungeon has a huge rat, and not just the literal kind, because something rotten is growing in the kingdom of Rendon, and someone wants to take the villain and his entire nefarious empire out. Now Evie must not only resist drooling over her boss, but also figure out who is sabotaging his work and ensure he makes them pay. After all, a good job is hard to find. This sounds really cute to me. I think this like has the potential to be very like fun rom-com-y, adult Nimona, kind of, which I think is really promising personally. It is definitely something that I'm interested in at the very least. And again, like I said, I think her skits have been really cute. So I'm just interested to see how this plays out as like an actual book. Okay, so the next two are themed together. We're gonna lump them together. So there's some books coming out now that have like Mandalorian inspired heroes who like can't remove their helmet unless it's their true mate and things like that. First up, one that I've recently been getting is The Viridian Priestess by Katrina Caliendar, something like that. Anyways, this is one I don't know a ton about, besides the fact that it's a sci-fi setting. So I'm very curious about that, because the other one I want to read is a fantasy setting. But the only thing I know is, like, it's a priestess and the Mandalorian character comes in, I'm assuming, and they go on an adventure. But let's check out the description to see if I'm in any way correct. Oh, it does end in a happy for now, and a slight cliffhanger, so there will be a book 2. Priestess Farron has devoted her life to the celestial deity, yet she has not been able to ascend to the priestess order. But on the eve of a great planetary event, the chance to prove herself arises. She must accept the opportunity or succumb to a life of shame in the eyes of her temple. The potentially deadly mission comes with several complications when she crosses paths with a commander from a rival planet. Farron must conceal her loyalty to the temple from her new tribal companion and his questionable crew. But the longer she is in proximity to the mysterious commander, the more intrigued she becomes with his forbidden nature. Ooh, okay. So he must be the guy in the helmet. As the threat of a common enemy closes in, Farron finds solace in the commander. While working together in hope of saving their people, they forge a profound connection that tethers them in unexpected ways. Farron must decide if she can go back to the stoic existence she once led when he has shown her a taste of the life she deserves. Okay, this sounds really fun. I really like this. It has pretty good ratings. Not a ton, but it's a smaller indie author. So, like, I think it's funny that I keep getting served it. So I'm obviously meant to read it. Okay, next we have the one that I've gotten the most TikToks about. It has been around the longest. It has a lot of reviews. And that is Bonded by Thorns. This is by Elizabeth Helen. This is a long one, I believe. Yeah, no. Okay, it's not as long as I thought. 345 pages. This, what I know of, is a white shoes. We have like 4 princes. She's been saved. I do believe she has like some markings and scars on her from her previous like person she was betrothed to or something, and like the guys find out about it and are livid. I also believe one of the guys wears a helmet at one point, like turns it around enough so he can eat her out. And she can't see his face because they're not bonded yet. I do know that. And I'm here for this. Listen, I love a white shoes. I really do. And I keep saying I want to read more. So you know what? Maybe I'm going to read this here very soon. I think I might. I might read this one on my trip. But Either way, this is the actual description of this book. 4 beastly princes, 1 awkward bookworm, an enchanted world of fae, magic, and danger. I've always loved fairy tales. I never imagined I'd actually be in one. When my father wanders into the enchanted realm of the fae, I know I have to go after him, and when he gets imprisoned, I'll do anything to save him, even trade my freedom for his. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast right there. I had no idea I'd end up imprisoned by 4 sexy fae who turn into beasts at night. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I'm very here for this already. I have to win my freedom, and that means making a bargain with them. They must find their mates in order to break the curse. If I can help them do that, they'll set me free. Sounds simple, right? It's not, because against my better judgment, I'm starting to fall for these beastly princes. One is smart and sweet, the other mysterious and deadly, another flirty and confident, and the last prince, he's handsome, strong, has a wicked temper, and is dead set against breaking the curse. Why does he want to keep me here forever? But it's not just my freedom on the line. If I don't break the prince's curse soon, all the magic in the enchanted veil will be stolen by the evil and stupidly hot Prince of Thorns, and I'm not letting my princes stay cursed. Not after I've fallen in love with them. Woo! Okay, and it does have MM and MM. Ooh, okay, there is MM content in this too. So, yeah, I'm gonna read this soon. I'm reading this very soon. I feel like that one I've been served the most accurate things on. But the other ones, I don't know about. But yeah, those are the books that have been haunting me on TikTok lately. I would love to know if you are being haunted by any books. And if you've actually like read the descriptions, because I'm not somebody who reads a ton of summaries, to be honest with you. And usually if like I get a snippet of a book that sounds good on TikTok, I'll just go check it out. Or like I said, I get annoyed because it's like an author I don't really want to read. So there's that. I would love to know though. Like, do you have this problem too? If you don't want to do that, you could also let me know which one you think I should prioritize next. And last but not least, leave me a rose emoji because that last book is Beauty and the Beast. Alright, you can leave all that down below in the comments. I will be back. I will have links to all these books and links to some of the TikToks I've gotten about these books for you down below, as well as links to me, my friend, anywhere on the internet. I'll talk to you all in a few days. Bye! I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we wait.